please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Let's go straight to the CNBC TV18 exclusive then. ArcelorMittal has entered into a joint venture pact with Nippon Steel and Sumitomo Metal Corporation to jointly acquire the assets of Essar Steel. The company's arm ArcelorMittal India has submitted a resolution plan for Essar Steel on Feb 12. Our very own Anshu Sharma caught up with Brian Aranha, the Executive Vice President of the company, to get more insights into this bid.
In terms of getting into India, you know that we had some significant plans for a greenfield facility back in 2008. But the economy went awfully negative after that. And since then, it's been very difficult to justify the capital cost of doing a greenfield facility in India. So we've been looking for various alternatives, and now we find some assets have come up for sale. So it's an opportunity for us to take advantage of that.
Which are the assets that you have bid for?
We've put in a bid for SR. It's our main focus in terms of the distressed assets that we've looked at. So we are focused on that one and hoping it will turn out well for us.
ArcelorMittal is known for a turnaround of distressed assets. So how much time do you think you'll take to turn around the SR Steels Hazara plant?
I think turning it around is probably one way of putting it, but to take it to its nearer to its nameplate potential is probably a better way to put it. It's been running in a near bankruptcy mode for quite some period of time, so the previous management was constrained in what they could do. We will be free of those constraints and can probably within a year's time show significant progress, and within 2 years, you know, much more progress than the current level of performance of the plant.
Okay. So ArcelorMittal is known for world-class facilities. So what are the changes that we can expect if you win the bid for the SR Steel plant? And if I can also ask you, what equity value do you see in SR's steel plant? Well,
first of all, the changes that we will make in the plant are something that I'm not at liberty to discuss because it's part of the resolution plan we have submitted. And we are subject to some confidentiality clauses in that process. So hopefully you let me respect those.
Yes.
And then with respect to what we see as value, you know, we are a global company and India is a growing market. So it's one of the markets that's probably going to have the most rapid growth in the next few years. And it's clearly of interest to us to be participating in the growing markets. We are producing 95 million tons of steel in a number of countries around the globe, and this was one place where we didn't have a good production facility already. So it fits into our strategy of being a global player and taking a major role in growing economies where we can.
What do you make of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Court of India, and do you expect any delay in the process?
Our view is that the provision is there to prevent willful defaulters from participating in this process, and certainly ArcelorMittal is not a willful defaulter. That's one thing we can say. And then with respect to how the legal authorities will view our position, I think that's still to be determined. We think it's very firm, that we don't have any issues in terms of our compliance with the requirements of this 29A. And we're feeling pretty confident that from our standpoint it's all right. With respect to other people, we're not going to make any comments. Our approach is to put our credentials and our case forward and win purely on the merits of what we say.
There's intense competition with regards to SR Steel plants, especially there are new controversy coming out every day, whether it's ArcelorMittal's stake in Uttam Galva or disqualification of new metal as it is related to the promoters. How do you see all of this?
Well, I can speak from our standpoint. We don't expect to be disqualified, and we are not really making any comments on other people's bids and their position, because it's up to the resolution professionals and their advisors to make those decisions. So we just put our case forward and let them decide.
What is the timeline that you're looking for these stress assets sale out?
Well, I think the final timeline for the process is up to the end of April. So the resolution professionals, I think, in the meantime, will run what they have to do to make sure that the decision is complete and the transaction is completed by that date, I'm imagining.